Hi friends, my name is Shannon Dale Stott. I love improv. I've been teaching it and performing it and watching it, for that matter, for over 15 years. And I am making these videos for you so that you have a resource when you're not doing shows or workshops or classes. You have somewhere to go to continue learning and chewing on improv tidbits. So if you have questions, let me know in the comments. If you're going through improv things, let me know there as well, and I will get to your comment there or in a video. I would love to make a video specifically for you. Today we're talking about relationships and consent. Relationships and consent on stage. I was reading an article recently, and the article defined consent as being the constant checking in over the course of any relationship. Consent is the constant checking in over the course of any relationship. When I heard the word relationship, I obviously thought about improv, right? There's so many relationships that are going on when we hit the stage. There's the real relationship, right? The Shannon and Jenny relationship. But there's also the character relationship, the walrus and unicorn relationship, right? Sometimes we get into a relationship, or that relationship begins to devolve or evolve into something that we don't feel comfortable with. Today I want to talk to you about 4 ways that I have gotten out of situations where I felt uncomfortable. Way number one and 2 are similar. I played a game within the game. So, the first way, I was in a situation where I felt uncomfortable, I didn't enjoy what the person actually said, and I said, new choice. I played the game, new choice. Now, I wasn't actually playing that game, as in that wasn't the parameter of the scene. Have you ever played new choice? New choice goes like this. 2 or 3 people are on stage, they're doing a scene, and at any time, the referee or host can say the words, new choice. And whatever the line is that the last person spoke, they have to repeat in a completely different way. They have to say something completely different than they just said. That's the way you play the game, and that's what I did for this person. I did not enjoy whatever came out of their mouth, and I just said the words, new choice. Because they know that game, it registered in their minds, oh, I've blundered. Whatever I just said wasn't couth, and they made a different choice. The second way I've gotten out of those types of relationships or those types of situations is I've called for a stunt double, right? Have you played the game stunt double? It sort of goes like this. 2 people are doing a regular scene, and when one person starts to do something that is also very regular or mundane, for instance, toasting some bread or ironing a shirt, they'll call for stunt double. They'll just say stunt double, and that person, a different person from off stage, will come on stage. This person is tagged out. This person comes on stage and wildly enacts ironing or toasting bread or whatever they've called stunt double for. And in this situation, I not only didn't like what the person was saying, but I felt like I was so agitated, so upset, that I really actually needed to get out of the space, right? I needed to remove myself. So I called for a stunt double, and then I never came back. That stunt double came on, redid the scene or did the scene, and I never had to get back on stage. The third way that I have gotten out of, or at least shifted what was going on stage when I felt uncomfortable, is I've addressed the audience. Just completely broken the fourth wall and addressed the audience. And I've said a myriad of things, but one of the things that I've said was, welcome to the Twilight Zone, right? And that let the audience sort of relieve some pressure. The audience always knows when something is uncomfortable on stage. And I relieved some pressure for the audience, and they felt like I recognized that I was feeling less than great and that they were feeling uncomfortable. And I let this person that was doing whatever they were doing also understand, like, oh, I just said something. I need to make a new choice. It is hard, so hard to be in a situation on stage where you are feeling uncomfortable and feeling trapped. Those first 3 things are helpful hints. 1, play the game. If you are comfortable enough to stay on stage but want the person to realize, hey, you need to make a different choice, you can just say the words, new choice. 2, if you are not comfortable on stage and really need just to get out of that scene, ask for a stunt double. Just right in the middle of the scene, someone should come out, tag you out, and they can take over. And you can always talk about what happened later on after the show. The third way is address the audience. If you have it in you to turn to the audience, address the situation, welcome to the Twilight Zone, or it was a nice dream that person was having, or they woke up from that dream a much better person. That way, this person knows that the situation that they have created needs to be squashed immediately for them, for you, and for the audience. The fourth way that I have actually addressed being uncomfortable on stage is I've walked off. I've walked off stage completely. Now, this sends a signal to the audience that 1, I am offended, 2, they should be offended, and 3, the offending person has done something wrong. It sends a lot of messages. It's a bold statement, but it's also a safe statement, as in I felt not safe enough to say something or to handle it on stage, not strong enough to handle it in that moment, and so I relieved myself from that situation by completely walking off. Now, that scene ended, it was done, and we moved on. I do suggest that you try very hard to talk to the offending person if you can. Ask a director, ask a friend to help you have that conversation. But in the meantime, if you find yourself in a situation on stage where you are uncomfortable in the relationship that you have built or that person has built with you, it is okay to take care of yourself. If consent is a continuing agreement between 2 people, then that agreement can be broken if that person has offended you. If you need to get out, you can get out. You can get out. 4 ways. 1, new choice. 2, stunt double. 3, that person obviously was in a dream. Break the 4th wall. 4, walk away. This is improv. I want you to have a fantastic time, not a sucky one. So save yourself. Save yourself. Figure out how to do it in a way that is comfortable for you. If this video has been at all helpful, like it, subscribe to the channel, go to my Patreon page, subscribe there, because I love making these videos, and having you as a patron helps me to continue doing that. Thank you so much. I hope to see you on and off the stage.